Oh, that was cute. What is up, Flick fans, and welcome back to my channel. I told you guys this review was coming later on. Well, guess what? I got a chance to see it on Thursday night, and we are talking about the brand new Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron starring film Long Shot. I'm excited to talk about a lot of things to say in this review. I need you guys in the comments section down below. Have you seen this movie? Are you a fan of rom-coms in general? And are you a fan of Seth Rogen? Because he's funny. So when Fred Flarsky reunites with his first crush, one of the most influential women in the world, Charlotte Field, he charms her. As she prepares to make a run for the presidency, Charlotte hires Fred as her speechwriter, and sparks fly. In the most typical and cliche rom-com fashion, you would think, just by seeing the trailers and the marketing surrounding this, not that I didn't like the trailers, but I saw them, I giggled, I said, you know what, that could be funny. I did not anticipate it being this funny, this witty, and this charming. That's what this movie is. It's not revolutionary, it's not the best thing I've seen all year. There are definitely issues. It follows typical and cliche rom-com pacing, especially towards the end, and it did take me a bit to get locked into the characters. I liked the beginning because of the jokes, but I was not invested in the story, and I was unsure of where it was going to go. If we're being honest, after the first 20 minutes, I was kind of scared this movie was going to fall apart because that's the direction that it was slightly heading, but around 45 minutes in, I found that I was really enjoying the story, even though, like I said, it's a bit cliche, it's a bit predictable. It's not a rom-com that is doing something different than every other rom-com we've ever seen, no, but what I really liked about this is the setting. This is a woman who has a lot of power in the world, and this is a man who's at a very different place in his life when they meet for the first time. There are things that are explained in this movie that I did not anticipate between those two characters, and the chemistry. That's what gets you through this movie. Of course, you have great talent in Charlize Theron, a woman who disappears in almost every role she is in Hollywood. She is great. I have never seen her underwhelm from a performance standpoint. Even last year with Tully, a movie that not a lot of people watched and a lot of people are forgetting about, I did not forget. I really enjoyed that movie, and I enjoyed that performance. And then, of course, Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen, even though some of his movies fall flat, he always has this charm about him. And I have to say, this is some of the most charming and lovely scenes I have seen Seth Rogen in a long time. And he's really good in the movie. He's heartwarming. His character is heartfelt, and you understand where he comes from. And when he has this sense of joy about him, and he's loving the situations that he is in multiple times throughout the movie, you buy it because you buy him as this really lovable and down-to-earth character that starts realizing that maybe he's not 100% correct like he thinks he is at the beginning of the movie. His character is more explored by the end, and I really enjoyed that. And like I said, their chemistry, it is incredible. It gets you through this movie, even if you think some of the elements of the plot are completely over the top, because they are. This film plays on politics, absolutely. But one thing I really liked, and I was a little nervous at the beginning because they were really hitting hard on the Republican Party, and I'm trying to stay impartial politically, even if I'm for or against a certain party. If you hit one thing too hard, you have to hit the other thing as well. And there is a character decision at the end with a side character where they start to turn the tables a bit and make it equal. Maybe not equal, but a bit more equal than it was, and I really liked that choice because at the end of the day, it does kind of bring both sides together, and you can just celebrate this movie. Even though it's clearly playing on politics and some people are going to walk out very upset, I didn't, because I just found the story very heartwarming and charming, and yes, over the top. Like I said, the jokes, the plays on certain characters, the plays on news stations, all of those things completely over the top, but that's the kind of humor you expect with Jonathan Levine as a director, and really Seth Rogen. His movies are over the top in a restrained way, and when they keep it restrained, I really like the films that he's in, such as Neighbors, and now you throw Long Shot into the bunch. Even though it's not a hardcore comedy, it is a romantic comedy. You have the romance, you have the comedy, and the romance does come into play a bit more than I think some people are going to like at the end, but that does not take away from the performances and the direction, which is great. Levine, like I said, 50-50, Warm Bodies, two of my favorite, more obscure movies over the last 10 years. Great films, and I have to add Long Shot to the bunch. I'm not going to say it's a fantastic movie, but I really enjoyed it, and for someone who loves rom-coms, I recommend it. If you don't like over-the-top comedy with things that are going to offend people, you know what you get with Seth Rogen. I would not necessarily implore you to go watch this movie, but I definitely think everyone should check it out because there are a lot of things in here that may surprise you. All in all, really enjoyed Long Shot. I'm going to give this movie a solid 78%. One of the better movies I've seen over the last month, and I may actually watch this one again with my wife. She didn't get to go see it with me. I feel like she would enjoy the humor and the romance. It is just one of those movies. It's a feel-good film. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. But the biggest question here is, what did you guys think? Like I said, get in that comment section down below. Tomorrow, a busy day. A lot of reviews, a lot of things to watch on Netflix. It's all coming at you tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. Stay tuned to this channel for all of those things. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will catch you very soon.